And then whenever I decided to sell Tupperware, I didn't know what to do or how to do it. I just jumped in there and did it. And you learn as you go. You see something that works, you keep adding it. I would leave every party and go, okay, what worked? What do I improve? I didn't want to say what didn't work because you don't want to dwell on what doesn't work. You want to dwell on what works. So I'd say, okay, what worked? What would I like to improve? What would I like to change? What made me money? Because you're not there to entertain them. You're there to make money. So I would kind of look at those things and walk away and take that with me. Now, I do a salsa and chicken demo at every one of my parties. I don't do a set demo. I do a cooking class. We start out in the living room. I get there 30 minutes early. I set everything up. As people come in the door, I give them a name tag so that way I can call them by name. They forget their name tag's there, and I start calling them by name, and then they're like, oh, she remembers me. She's my friend. Thank goodness for name tags. And I greet everyone as they come in. I help them get a drink or something like that. No additional food. Only what we're going to do here. My host can't have anything additional. If she's going to have a party afterwards, she can leave all the food in the laundry room and bring it out whenever I'm done. And I always tell her that there's going to be people here who need to get in and out really quick. I'm one of those people, right? My time is very valuable, and make sure your hosts know that. So I'm nice and say it. So everyone starts out in the living room, and I shower my host with lots of gifts, and I stack my host almost every single time. Now, when I stack the host, I bring up, Jessica's going to be my host. Come on up here, Jessica. Hey, Jessica. So I'll stack my host, and I'll say, you know, Jessica, thank you so much for opening your home tonight and doing this Tupperware party. Now, guys, I challenged Jessica to have so much in sales before I got here, and I promised her a gift. And I'll pull it out of my bag. It's always wrapped in cellophane. It doesn't matter what it is. I usually like to do things that are on sale in the little tear out because I'm going to get credit for that. The attendance specials, things like that. I buy big sets, break them up, so I've got gifts. Now, I may have challenged Jessica to have, for every $50 order she's got paid before I get there, I'm going to give her a gift. So she's got 200 orders. I'm going to give her 4 gifts. Well, these gifts may cost me $1.75, but I've got $50 in my pocket before I walked in the door. So that's really important. Most of my hosts have anywhere between $200 and $300 of paid orders before I even get in the door. Either Tupper Connect or paid orders are right there. So I'm going to hand Jessica those 2 or 3 things, and then I'm going to stack the host. I always call you Jennifer. You and Jennifer are mixed up. Okay, so I'm going to pull it out of my bag, or I'm going to have it on a table covered, and I'm going to pull it out one by one. And I'm going to tell them what the host special is. I like to bring the host special that's in the catalog because that's what everyone else is seeing, and it stays that way for 6 months. So that way I'm not buying new things over and over and over. So I would stack Jessica with this entire set here, and then I would bring a piece or 2 of this, and I would say, guys, I brought this. This is another host special we're offering right now, and I just want to show it because I absolutely love it. Now, the way you demo products is going to really affect how they see the product. When you demo a product, you always want to hold it here and look at it. But if you ever bring anything close to you and just kind of hug it, they instantly smile. They're like, oh, look, she loves that Tupperware. And they start feeling, oh, look, she loves it. And, you know, so I talk about the product of this. I'll give a few tips on this and talk about how I use this in my own home. And then I'll hand it to Jessica. Now, by this time, Jessica is like wrangling to hold all this stuff. And I'll take these and I'll slide them in between her fingers. And she's just as stacked as she can get, and they're like, oh my goodness, all this Tupperware, and she's just got things everywhere. And she's like, they're like, so y'all think she should stay like this all night? Yes, no, look, your best friend. Now when they come in, I put their name, and then I write, best friend since 3rd grade. I find out, how do you know, Jessica? Oh, you guys work together. It's our co-worker. So that way I remember how they know each other. And so that way I'll go, look, her best friend from 3rd grade is the one saying she should stand up here all night long with this. So that way they're all laughing. You always want to make sure your demo is fun and that everyone is entertained. If they're having a good time, they're going to remember they're having a good time. And at the very end, when you ask them to date a party, they're going to say, oh, it was a lot of fun. I think I do want to do that. So we talk for a few minutes. I stack the host. I do ask me about my job. I start off with a few trivia questions. And I've got auction. I need to stay right here. And then we move into the kitchen. Now, I do a few trivia questions, just 2 or 3. That's just to break the ice. And then we go into asking about my job. And when you ask me about my job, I always tell them, well, we're really going to talk about your future job. So ask me questions about what your future job's going to be. And they're like, okay, so if I sell Tupperware, what kind of trips will I get? I make them phrase them like that in a question. When I sell Tupperware, and I tell them, in order to get the money, the $10, you've got to phrase it like, when I sell Tupperware, when I start my business, if I start selling Tupperware. That way, they're already saying it. When I start my business, do they offer cars? Do they offer trips? What kind of money am I going to make? Well, how many hours am I going to work whenever I join Tupperware? So they have to phrase it like that in the question, or they don't get any money. So it's a lot of fun that way. Okay, so let me move in here to the demo. So as soon as we're done with the questions, I say, all right, come on everybody, let's go in the kitchen, and you can ask me more questions about your future job in a minute. But come on in here, Jessica. Okay, so now I have a Tupperbox. I love the products, right? I already love everything. I know how everything works, and I can get it done 10 times faster. But if Jessica touches these products and all of her guests are touching these products, they're going to fall in love with them. They're going to know how to use them. If she doesn't use the can opener, she's not going to know how amazing it is. So I hold on to my money. I'm somebody who likes to do everything and always stay busy. So I have to hold on really tight to my Tupperbox, or I find myself doing it and then standing there watching. Now, when I set my demo up in advance, I have everything out that I'm going to need. Everything. If I'm going to need a spoon, if I'm going to need a fork, if I'm going to need a napkin, I've got it folded right here ready. Because if I stop the demo, can you get me this? Can you get me that? I lose their attention. Now in here I'm telling them about the products, but I want this to be as smooth as possible and as fast as possible. Because I'm not writing orders right now. I'm not making money this minute. Now I'm selling them products and talking about it, but they're not making money. So I try to make this as smooth as possible. So I come on in and I say, all right guys, we're going to pay you $10 for helping me in the kitchen. I need someone here, someone here, someone here. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Jessica, you're right in front of that picture. So hold it up. You get to be Vanna White today. All right, hold it up really high, Jessica. Okay, so this is our quick shop. It's a non-electric food processor. It's hurricane-proof. Hurricane-proof, yes. And sometimes I'll have them all say that. Can you guys say that real fast 3 times? Non-electric food processor. That's hard to say, isn't it? Okay, so all the fittings go on the inside. It's got a seal, and it comes with a basket. So go ahead and put that down. Let's see what comes with the inside. Okay, so on the inside is, I'll hold this for you, a funnel. Now, Tupperware has redesigned this. Every other company on the market, you know, imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. So many companies came out and copied our last Quick Chef, so you know what we did?
Changed it.
We made it better. All right, so they redesigned the funnel here. It's got measurements on the inside. You see there? You see the little hole right here? Jessica puts that in there one direction, so it can go either or. So you put it this direction, and you can measure, and then when you turn, it drops it in there.
Oh, wow.
So you're not using a measuring cup and a funnel both. It does both for you. All right, what else do you have in there? A whip. We're going to talk about that in just a second. What else do you have in there? All right, handle. Now the handle snaps on, stays in place, really nice and easy. It's ergonomical for right or left-handed. I love how large this handle is, because if you have arthritis or carpal tunnel, you can really get your hand around this and really use it well. All right, what else do you have in there? Has a blade. Now ours has 3 blades, not just 1, not 2, but 3, because we're better than everything else. The blades are just bent up a tiny bit, and so it stirs as it chops, keeping everything moving. All right? Now hold that blade up for me. Now this is our whip, so it whips as you go. I love to make omelets in the microwave in here. Give recipes and tips every time you're doing a demo, because a chopper, they're going to think, why do I need a chopper? I've already got knives and this chopper and that chopper and the slap chopper and every chopper in the world. I make omelets in here all the time. My husband calls it our refrigerator omelet or icebox omelet. I put the blade in there, put everything that's left over in the refrigerator that we haven't eaten, chop it all up, pull that blade out, put this in there, put a few eggs in there, whip it all up, mix it all up, put this part in the microwave for a minute. Pull it out, mix it one more time, put it back in for another minute, minute and a half. Pull it out, turn the whole thing upside down on a plate, sprinkle cheese on top. It's like everybody gets their own little slice of omelet pie.
Oh, wow.
All right, so, and then one more thing, a couple more things that comes with the basket. Now this basket here is fantastic. My favorite thing that I do in this basket is cilantro. You know how you get cilantro that's got the little flecks of black stuff everywhere? Okay, you rinse your cilantro, put it in here, and as you spin it, all that yucky stuff goes on the outside. And it cleans it for you a lot faster. You can do all your greens, whether it's lettuce, spinach, whatever in here. Just take a handful, rinse it like you're going to have for a salad, spit it here, and that's enough for one bowl, one salad. Why do you